Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lizanne, the moderator for this conference. Welcome to the Q1 FY23 earnings conference call of Meghmani Organics Limited, organized by Dickinson World. At this moment, all participants are in the listen-only mode. Later, we will conduct a question and answer session. At that time, if you have a question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Sonam Raghuvanshi. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the earnings call of Meghmani Organics Limited for Q1 FY23. Today we have with us the management represented by Mr. Ankit Patel, Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Gujran Singh Chahal, Chief Financial Officer, and Mr. Bharat Modi, Advisor IR Strategy. Before we start, I would like to remind you that the remarks today might include forward-looking statements and actual results may differ materially from the contemplated by the forward-looking statements. Any statement we make on this call today is based on our assumption as on date, and we have no obligation to update the statement as a result of new information or any further events. I would like now to invite Mr. Ankit Patel, CEO, to make his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sonam. Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Q1 FY23 earnings call of Meghmani Organics Limited. I hope that you and your family members are all keeping healthy, safe, and sound. As we all know that Q1 FY23 was full of uncertainties caused by the Ukraine-Russia conflict, price volatility, supply chain disruption, and global economic slowdowns. Despite all these turbulences, I am pleased to inform you that for Q1 FY23, the company has delivered a robust performance. Our revenue increased by 58% to 783 crore in Q1 FY23 compared to 496 crore in the Q1 FY22. This robust top line achieved with better capacity utilization, improved volumes, and improved realization. This demonstrates company's capability to withstand such volatility. Our gross profit registered a sharp improvement of 58% and it reached to 345 crore, and EBITDA improved by 53% to 134 crore in Q1 FY23 as compared to 87 crore in the Q1 FY22. Our PAT grew by 67% to 114 crore in Q1 FY3 compared to 68 crore in the Q1 FY22. On the balance sheet front, the company's cash and cash equivalents stood at rupees 150 crore and the debt to equity ratio stood at 0.46. The company's ROC and ROE return ratios came strongly at 22.5% and 30.4% respectively. All our expansion plans are on track. We expect the commercial production of our new multipurpose plant to come on stream by early Q3 FY23. We are also working on the next phase of expansion in the agrochemicals business, for which details will be finalized and shared in due course. As far as the pigment business is concerned, we expect to start the phase 1 of titanium dioxide plant by Q3 FY23. The plan for doubling the capacity from 16,500 tons to 33,000 tons is expected to be completed in the Q3 of FY24. All these initiatives will contribute significantly to the long-term growth of the company. Going forward, I am pleased to inform you that for now we are sufficiently funded for our capex plan. During Q1 FY22, company has finalized the term loan of rupees 275 crore in its subsidiary Kilburn Chemicals Limited and raised additional 150 crore for the debt in Meghmani Organics Limited to fund its ongoing expansions. We all know that prolonged Ukraine conflict still continue with no immediate sign of any revival. This in turn has resulted into unprecedented global impact, which is seen in price volatility and inflationary pressure worldwide. As a way forward, we believe that the chemical industry may pass through some testing time for a couple of quarters. We, however, are quite optimistic and hopeful that the things should get normalized in coming time with our product mix, technical capabilities, as well as geographical spread and reach across the world will be of great strength to help us weather out this odds. Despite these macro factors, we have positive outlook on our future and believe that we can outperform industry growth rate and stand strong on our performance despite all these challenges. The company has been doing well and is consistently producing strong numbers year on year. We are confident that we will sustain this solid performance going forward too. We are surely focused on sustaining our contribution to shareholders' wealth in coming years. With this, we would be happy to take any question you may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone wishing to ask a question may please press star and one on your touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of A.M. Lodha from Sanmati Consultants. Please go ahead.
Good evening, Ankit bhai.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Am I audible, Ankit bhai?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Sir. Good evening, Ankit bhai. Congratulations and good set of numbers. I have got three questions. Number one, in pigment, question number one is relating to pigment division.
Okay.
Our EBITDA margin came down to sub 7.67% in the last quarter. In this quarter, it has improved to approximately 10% of the sales.
Correct.
Our normal EBITDA margin was, if I look at the past years, it was 13 to 15%.
Yes, sir.
So now, in view of the paint prices come down, phenol prices also coming down, and ammonia prices also.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell us when we can regain our old EBITDA margin?
Sure, Lodha. Thank you for your question. The thing is, as you know that currently the world is passing through a lot of volatility, and in this war kind of situation, the prices of the crude, natural gas, everything went up, and because of that, the raw material prices started going up. Now, slowly, gradually, the things are going back to the normal, but we still believe that it will not go to that its original level. It will take some time to normalize. At the same time, the demand is also under little bit pressure, but we are quite optimistic that in the coming quarters, margins should improve.
Ankit bhai, the prices, but I'm tracking also Deepak nitrate and cerumelite chemicals. And the prices are, the cerumelite chemical paint and the phenol, both are down to some 25 to 30% from the peak.
Correct.
So,
yes.
In the meanwhile, we must have to pass some cost of increase in the cost to the customer. So, when we make the increase in to the customer and the reduction in the raw material cost, don't you think it should match at some point of time?
Definitely, sir. We try our level best to improve the margin, but as the raw material prices also going down, at the same time, because of this recession news going on around the world, because all this negativity point of view, there is a pressure on the sales price as well. But we are still optimistic, and we believe that the margin should improve in the coming quarter.
This continuous question of this pigment division. In our board division, we had sales exceeding 80 plus export sales are there. So, can you just indicate in this quarter we have maintained that tempo?
Yes, even in this quarter, the export is more than 80% in both the divisions.
Okay. Now, my second question is relating to foreign exchange gain. So, do you have any foreign exchange gain in this quarter? What is the component in the other income? Can you please tell me?
Lord sir, good afternoon. In the other income, so main it constitutes forex gain, which is a 33 crore, and that is on the receivable side. And in the finance cost, there is a 7 crore MTM loss because we have foreign currency loans. So net around 25 crore is the gain in this quarter.
But your finance cost is only 9 crore 44 lakhs, and you are saying that 7 crore is the loss. Then it means your finance cost is normal finance cost is 2 crore something.
Yeah, you are right, sir. Because our normal finance, all borrowings are in foreign currency, and our rate of interest borrowing cost is less than 2%, around 2%.
Achha. So it means this 9 crore 44 lakh interest on it is having an element of 7 crore of the foreign exchange loss.
Yeah, sir. Only 2.5 crore is the interest cost.
Okay. Then this other income of 37.60 crore, it includes the foreign exchange gain of 33 crore.
Yes, and 4 crore is other interest and.
Okay, sir. The second question is this export. The second question refer to your presentation page number 26, where we have given the projection sales of both the division. We have projected to cross 1,000 crore in 24 in pigment division and 2,000 crore in agrochemical division. Okay, sir. That has been page number 26.
Yes, sir.
Of presentation. We have projected 1,000 crore in pigment division and 2,000 crore in agrochemical division.
Yeah.
So looking to the latest result declared by the company, I think the company will exceed the 3,000 crore turnover in this 2023 itself. Don't you think it is appropriate to revise the projections in view of the upcoming agrochemical and titanium dioxide project, sir?
Sure, Lodha sir, when we announced before 3 years, when we announced this kind of growth plan, people were saying that it is unrealistic, it is not possible to achieve. But somehow we have been, with the support and with the God grace, we have been able to achieve it. And we will revise the future growth plan as well. In fact, we are preparing it internally with our team. So maybe in 1 or 2 months' time, we'll revise the future growth plan.
My request is this: in view of the multi-purpose agrochemical plant being commissioned in the last quarter of the second quarter, and the titanium dioxide being commissioned in the third quarter of this year, yes, then next presentation, the sales projections should be revised appropriately. Maybe conservative, but 3,000 crore, which looks like we will be achieving this in itself.
Definitely, sir. We are working on the next 3 years projection also internally. So likewise, before 3 years we announced the 3 years plan. So we are working on future 3 years plan also for the investor point of view, and we'll be announcing very soon.
My last question relating to dividend distribution. We had a dividend distribution policy. It was mentioned the company will distribute 15 to 20% of the dividend every year. Okay. This year I find your dividend distribution to the paid is below the 15%.
Yes, we mentioned, sir, up to that it was up to 20%. And as you know, we are doing some aggressive projects also in our existing business as well as in the Kilburn. So, and what happened that in the current time when the steel, cement, everything went up, the project cost also was going up. So we need to maintain our cash outflow in such a way that we can complete the project well within the debt to equity ratio. And looking at the growth plan, we have not gone aggressive into dividend payout. But once the projects are commercialized, everything is smooth, and then we'll review it and we'll work accordingly.
Ankit bhai, this year dividend is reduced from 19% payout to 12% only. It was 17% in 2020. 21 it was 19%, and 22 it was 12% of the PAT. So at least it should be consistently maintained at least minimum 15% of the PAT in any case.
Yes, sir. Once the project is commercialized, then we'll definitely consider.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. We'll move on to the next question. That is on the line of Raghav Soni, a retail investor. Please go ahead.
Good evening, Ankit bhai.
Good evening, Raghav bhai.
Ankit bhai, can you give some light on the EBITDA margins going forward? This is in line with the previous question. Going forward, what type of margins you are going to see, given the fact that our EBITDA margin, especially in agrochem, is really on a higher side. So any guidance on that, Ankit bhai?
Raghav bhai, as you know that we have been always informing the average EBITDA margin as per the industry. Typically in the agro chemical industry, average EBITDA margin varies between 16 to 18%. And in the pigment industry, it varies in the range of about 13-14%. So currently the pigment division is under pressure. At the same time, the agro division, sometimes we get advantage to improvise it, and this was one of the quarters where we were able to have a more margin. But looking at the current situation globally, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, that it's a challenging time for every company globally, and the times are going to be quite challenging in terms of maintaining the growth as well as the profitability. And we have been seeing this kind of situation in current situation. But still, we are very optimistic to maintain the growth plan as well as maintain our profitability above the industry average.
Thank you, Ankit bhai. Ankit bhai, the second question is on the financial assets. So one of the financial assets, that is one of the advance that has been extended to Meghmani Fine Chem in March 2022. It was close to 223 crore, and I think that particular advance was around 210 crore. So what about the likelihood of that recovery?
Raghav bhai, actually this is 210 crore, which is redeemable preference share issued by Meghmani Fine Chem. And as informed earlier, so both the companies are on growth phase, having capex plans. And this is being discussed that once the cash flow is easing out in Meghmani Fine Chem, so this money should start flowing back to Meghmani Organics.
Perfect, sir. And once again, congratulations, sir, on very good set of results. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Amar More from Alpha Accurate Advisors Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So congratulations for a good set of numbers, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. Sir, first question is in terms of the agrochemical, is it like in this quarter we had expanded some of our capacity, so around 1,000 metric tons on an annual basis?
These are debottlenecking which is being done.
Small debottlenecks we keep on doing.
Okay.
These are not a very, very big projects. In our internal plant, wherever by doing small capex, if we can enhance our capacity, we normally do that.
Okay. So, and what would be the cost for this? This would be very minimal, right?
Yeah, these are normal, minor projects, not very significant.
Okay. And once this new MPP comes, sir, by how much the capacity will expand? Like currently it is around 52,000 metric ton. Let's say by Q3 we are targeting. So by Q3, what would be the capacity, annual capacity for the agrochemical?
It's going to be the multi-purpose plant. So
correct.
In the plant, every product will have a different capacity. So It is very difficult to maintain the capacity at one product level. But these are going to be high value products.
Correct.
Where the capacity will go up by another about 7,000 or 8,000 tons approximately.
Okay.
The best thing will be, Amar, to really, rather than going for a volume, I would suggest you go with the production value that we are able to generate, which will, get reflected in our top line.
Got that. Because, you are saying the realization per se would be significantly better than what you are making today. Correct?
Yes. Well, at least it will be better.
Yeah. Okay. And secondly, sir, in terms of the titanium dioxide, I mean, this is the first of its kind plant here in India. And obviously, the plant has been closed for a very long time. I mean, when we say that we are going to commission the first phase in Q3 or Q4, I mean, is that some technical glitches or whatever it was there, it is resolved, or still we are in the midst of finalizing all those things?
Aman bhai, the thing is, the moment we got the plant in our hand, before that also we were knowing kind of the issues it was having.
Okay.
We, with support of the people, now we have got the people on board with us in the same plant who put up the same old plant. So they know the ins and out of the same plant. We have got the same team with us now. So all the technicalities, whatever the issues are there, we are trying to resolve it as soon as possible. It's not that easy, but yes, we are working on it, and we are quite hopeful that by the Q3 end or the beginning of Q4, we should be able to commission the plant.
Okay, but for that, do you think you would require some technical collaboration, let's say from the global player? Because, I mean, historically, nobody had been able to successfully make titanium dioxide in India. That is, this technology or this product has been untapped and majority has been imported. So how confident we are on that, we'll be able to stabilize everything by Q3, Q4, and obviously after that you have to do the technical, the batch test with the customer, right? Or we have already started doing that?
No, after that only once the product gets ready, then the customer starts testing the product and giving us the approval. At the same time, from the technology point of view, yes, we are already taking the help from some of the consultants and the technology providers. So that is already going on.
Okay. And let's say, sir, once the plant comes on the floor, to make this plant, getting approved from all the key customers and to actually fructify into the revenue, how much time gap it will require?
So initially about 2 quarters will be depending on customer to customer. Normally some of the specialized customers, they take about 3 to 6 months to give the approval. Okay. But it will not be like that for the first 3 to 6 months the sales will be completely zero. Not like that. Okay. There are certain other applications where the approval time is relatively faster, where we can start selling the product. And at the same time, we also start getting the approval from various other customers, which takes more time.
Okay. So when you say other application, other than paint, where it goes, sir?
There are various other applications. It goes into plastic, it goes into paint is a major, but the specialized paint, like as I mentioned that if the Asian paint is there, then their quality criteria must be pretty stringent, approval time is pretty long. But there are hundreds of other small paint companies, their approval system is much faster. So where we can keep on selling the product once it is being made. Okay.
So for first 6 months at least, we will operate at 50% utilization of 16,000 metric tons?
You can say that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And you will make still decent margin, right?
Yes. I think once the plant utilization will improve, the margins will improve.
Okay. Perfect, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ayush Agarwal from Mittal Analytics. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir, and thank you for the opportunity. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, we can hear you.
Congratulations on a very good set of results yet again. Yes. I have 3 questions broadly on the agrochemical side. I was there in the AGM and it was conducted very nicely. Our MD sir replied to all our questions. So just following up on that and building upon that. So he mentioned that there are 3 main products in the agrochem capex, and since it's closer to our commercializing now, I think we can discuss them on the call as well because he mentioned them in the AGM. So products I think he named were bifenthrin alcohol, LC acid, and flubendiamide. So first question is, what are the other 2 products in this capex?
Which are the products?
bifenthrin alcohol, LC acid, and flubendiamide. He mentioned these were the three key products, and I think there are total 5 products. So what are the names of the other 2 products in this first phase of capex? And like we have been mentioning that we'll try to generate around 600 crores of revenue from this capex. So how much do you think will come from selling bifenthrin alcohol and LC acid outside of the company, since I think we'll also consume it internally?
See, bifenthrin alcohol and LC acid are going to be completely captively consumption point of view.
Okay.
It's not going to be, we'll be selling it outside. The LC acid, partly we have already done commercialization. So, it is a very, very small capacity as of now, but we are now going to expand in a big way. So something like that. But the key products like flubendiamide, lambda-cyhalothrin, all these products are going to be in the first phase of expansion, which we are going to start in the Q3 of FY23.
And what are the other 2 products in the 5 lists of products that we plan to commercialize in this capex?
So as I mentioned, we would like to first commercialize the project. At that time, we'll be announcing the name of the products. For the timing, we would like to keep it low profile.
All right. No worries, sir. So my next question is, given that we are significantly well established in the pyrethroid and in 2,4-D, so what are our plans to grow apart from pyrethroid, organophosphate, and 2,4-D? Are there new products in the phase 2 of the capex which are completely different from the current set of products?
Definitely yes. So the new multi-purpose plant will have a product which are going to be completely different from the existing set of the products. These are relatively high value products, and I would say not many companies are being manufacturing as of now in India. It's going to be relatively manufactured by either 1 or 2 companies in India only.
Okay, this is phase 2 of the capex you're saying?
No, current. I'm talking the first phase.
Phase 1 as well. All right.
I'm talking about the phase 1 only. Phase 2 we have not announced so far.
Of course, but I'm sure you must have some products in your mind where to expand in.
Yeah, so that is what we mentioned that in today's opening remark, that we are working on the phase 2 of expansion in the agrochemical division, and probably in a couple of months we'll be announcing the detailed project.
All right. That's great. So my another question is, given that India as a whole is a significant player in the pyrethroid chain, and there are only a couple of products, I think, which is bifenthrin and lambda, where maybe India is not as dominant as other products. So my question on this is that, apart from Meghmani, our 2 other listed players are also expanding in bifenthrin and lambda along with backward integration like us. So how does the company plan to grow in these technicals, with competition growing up and, given that India is already a big player in these chemicals?
Definitely, Alji. The thing is, in agrochemical, there are 2 things. One is very important as far as the manufacturing is concerned, but at the same time, the regulatory plays a very, very important role. And unless and until you have a regulatory approval in the various market, you will not be able to sell the product. So that is the parallel thing. So over there, we are also focusing in a big way, putting a more pressure on the regulatory point of view and doing the registration into various markets. So the moment the plant is commissioned, we have the sizable market readily available with all the approvals, something like that.
Understood.
That is what is a differentiating factor.
Understood, sir. So my last question is on flubendiamide. I was just reading on the molecule, and I think it still does not have registration in the US. I think the registration was cancelled. So would like to understand what is the potential market size of flubendiamide, and do we have contracts with the MNCs we want to supply to?
We are targeting flubendiamide initially from the Indian market point of view. In India, it's a very, very big product. And in fact, we are the only first company to get the manufacturing license from the CIB. And we already started the commercial production for flubendiamide. So you can say other companies like Bayer and all, they are importing. They are not manufacturing in India. So we are the first Indian company. And as far as the export is concerned, we are working on various other markets where we can sell this product.
All right. Understood. Thank you for the answer, sir. I'll come back in this.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Nikhil Oswal from Fintrust Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening, sir. Congratulations on the good set of numbers. Just a couple of questions on the new capacity that we are coming up with, the new project in titanium dioxide, which is going to get commissioned in Q3 of FY23, correct?
Yes.
So, just wanted to know that what would be the asset turn for the same, and how would that contribute to our top line? And by when do we expect it to, how are we going to ramp up the capacity? So,
Nikhil, in the first phase, we are planning to spend around 275 crore, and top line we are expecting around 350 crore. And in the second phase, we are spending another 325 crore, and put together 600 crore investment should give around 700 to 750 crore of top line.
Correct. And what margins do we do on the titanium dioxide?
It is a bit lucrative product. So we see around 22% plus margins in this product.
22. All right. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. The rest questions were answered. Fine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Aman Vij from Astute Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. My first set of questions is on the agrochemical business. So, if you can talk about these 3-4 products, bifenthrin, cypermethrin, lambda cyclothrene, what is our market share currently? I believe we would have taken more market, and if you can talk about what is the market size also in these 3-4 products.
Amanji, it would be difficult because these are called synthetic pyrethroid products. So product-wise market is difficult to get idea point. But India is a leading player in synthetic pyrethroids, and globally, if we look at in synthetic pyrethroids, we are among top 3 players globally in terms of the manufacturing. So, and these are relatively safe insecticides compared to organophosphate insecticides as well as neonicotinoid insecticides. So, and the shelf life of these products are relatively high. So, so these are long life insecticide, and we are pretty strong in it with the fully backward integration, and so it is still driving the major revenue growth for Meghmani.
If not the market size, what is our capacity, if you can talk about the same, and utilization level in these products?
So capacity utilization for this product is varying between 80 to 85%. And as far as the capacity product-wise is concerned, I am sorry, we won't be able to disclose that.
If you can talk about the capacities of the whole group, pyrethroid group, what is the capacity there for us?
In our total capacity for agro division, so herbicide is around 21,600 and balance is these products.
Okay. That makes sense. On the contribution part, sir, in the AGM you had talked about we are targeting almost 40% sales from 2 products itself because we will be backward integrating that. So just to get the context right, what was the contribution of these 2 products in say FY22?
Which 2 products?
Bifenthrin and lambda cyclothrene. We are, I think, targeting like 40% of sales.
So so the bifenthrin, we can say out of the agrochemicals total revenue, it was about 20%.
And lambda?
both put together nearly.
Okay. So we are targeting to maybe make it more than double because the agrochem sales itself will also grow. Is my understanding correct?
Correct.
Sure, sir. Next is on the flubendaphide market. So I was looking at some numbers. So $200 million was, I think, the global market. Sir was talking about we are targeting India first. So if you can talk about what is the India market currently?
By the Indian market for this product, because there are various different product formulation for this product. But if I tell you the brief idea, it is in terms of the technical quantity, it would be about 300 to 350 tons. Import is happening.
Okay.
Now, these companies are importing from, these are the multinational companies like Bayer and all. So normally their margins, their prices are very, very high. So the moment it starts being manufactured by Indian companies, slowly, gradually the market increases because the prices goes down because of competition point of view. At the same time, manufacturing cost is lower compared to the import. And market keeps on expanding in that manner. So we believe that the current volume which is there, it should become double in next 3 years' time. And it's a very, very high value product.
And if you can talk about what is the current price offered by the MNCs currently, just to get a rough idea about.
Offering the technical product currently, everyone is selling only in the brand business in the dealer distribution network.
Sure, sir. That helps. Next question is on the geographical side. We have taken a lot of steps to increase our presence in LATAM and even other geographies. So, broadly, out of say 1700 crore sales that we did last year, what is the rough breakup between Europe, US, LATAM?
Europe is a negligible. Europe is not big for us as far as agrochemicals is concerned. For us, other markets like North America and Latin America, both put together nearly 40%.
Okay.
Asia and Africa is again about 40%.
Okay.
And some other markets.
And going forward, sir, so for this quarter and coming quarters, where are we seeing the maximum growth from, which area?
See, normally, Aman bhai, we cannot look this growth from quarter to quarter, from continent to continent, because depending on the season, it will keep on varying. So normally it is looked at it from the annual basis point of view. So on annualized basis, normally this remains more or less constant. But yes, US, North America and Latin America is quite a good, big territory, and future also will be growing in that area in a big way.
Sure, sir. My final question is on the pricing of a couple of our products. So, I believe last 1-2 years, the prices of many of the products are up quite a lot. If you can talk about the pricing trend that we are seeing as of today, is it down by 10-20% compared to last couple of quarters? Is it still very high? And where do you see by the end of FY23 the pricing of our main product?
Again, it varies a lot in this current global situation when the dynamics are changing very fast. Yes, but it has started coming down for sure. So far, it has gone down by nearly 15-20%. And if raw material still goes down, then yes, there will be pressure on the selling price as well.
Sure. Sorry, one final question on 2,4-D side. What is the utilization level currently?
About 70-75%.
And do we expect next couple of quarters to ramp up it to 80-85%?
See, normally we run our plant at 80-85% capacity, but sometimes, these are all high maintenance oriented plants also. So when the markets were good, we were running at full capacity. But when the markets are down, we make sure that we take the maintenance shutdown also, so that when the markets are good, we can take advantage of the production. So we believe that this year it should be in the range of about 70 to 75%.
For the 240 part, right? Remaining part may we expect higher utilization level.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for answering all the questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Viraj from SIMPL. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Just a couple of questions. First is on the agrochem segment. The growth in the quarter which you have seen, what will be the mix of price versus volume growth?
Virat bhai, I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
For the agrochem business in the quarter, the growth which you have seen year on year, what is the price versus volume mix?
Yeah, this year in this quarter, the volume growth is nearly 40% and the value growth is nearly 30%.
Okay. And second question is, you talked about us looking to go from 20% of, revenues in AgChem from two products to 40%. So one is, cyclothrin, and the other one I didn't get the name.
So Virat bhai, it's not like that it will become 20 to 40. At the same time, our overall basket in the agrochemical division is also growing. So yes, as a volume-wise, these two products will have a significant growth, but at the same time, other products are also going to grow. So I think it will be in the range of about 25%.
No, I'm just trying to understand which two products are these, and when we say, sorry, can you repeat again?
Bifenthrin and lambda-cyhalothrin.
Okay, and basically what I was trying to understand is what is driving this increase in growth in these two molecules? Because, why I'm asking is because these are largely in synthetic pyrethroids, and, everyone in the industry, especially in India, is expanding capacity, many-fold. So just trying to understand what is driving this demand, and especially for us.
See, one of the major factors is, as I mentioned, synthetic pyrethroids are relatively safe insecticides compared to other insecticides. Organophosphate products like chloropyrifos and all are slowly getting banned in various countries. At the same time, the application is also going down, rate is reducing. In other neonicotinoids like imidacloprid and all, also acetamiprid, these are also going down. So somewhere down the line, the synthetic pyrethroid products replaces them. At the same time, these products works very well in combination with various other insecticides, new chemistries. So in the combination, these are relatively old products, not very old products, but in combination it works very well. That is why the growth is happening.
And the 30% price increase which we talked about, how are you seeing the overall price environment right now? I mean, can you just give some perspective of this 30% is driven by what, and how are we seeing the overall price environment, in coming months?
Prices are under pressure for sure, globally, because the demand and the negative news about the recession, everything is impacting the price. At the same time, the raw material prices are also going down. So we believe that there will be pressure on the sales price for sure.
Okay, and one of our competitors in the local market, which makes some of these products which we are expanding, they are facing issues in the capacity. They had fire in the unit, and so are we seeing any benefit of that flown to us in Q1 or probably in Q2?
Virat bhai, agrochemical industry is a small industry. So normally if some player is facing the problem, we don't consider it as an opportunity. We work as a family, we support them. And because we understand the kind of the problem what they are facing. And we understand the criticality involved with it. So I'm sorry to say that, but it is not an opportunistic situation. Yes, market plays in that manner, but we don't act like that. That is an opportunity for us.
Okay, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bimal Panchal from Bimal Panchal and Associates. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Bimal.
Yeah. Congratulations for the excellent results, and also for your opening remarks gives very much confidence and optimism for this year and also. So my question is that in opening remarks you said you would finalize term loan. I would like to know what is the silent feature of this term loan, like rate of interest and durations, and based on this term loan, what will be our forward-looking debt to equity ratio? Yeah, that's only one question, sir.
Yeah, Vimal, we have taken 150 crore of debt, which is in foreign currency. So we have mix of euro as well as dollar, and also fixed and variable rate. And average rate is 1.5%. So this is which we have now taken 150. And you might have seen 150 crore we are not fully utilized this, so still it is parked in fixed deposit at the rate of 5.95%. So it will be directly paid to the suppliers, so as you know, as per the RBI guidelines. So term loans are disbursed directly to the suppliers.
Okay, right, sir. And duration?
Duration is 5 years. In MOL it is 5 years.
Okay, sir. And ongoing this forward-looking at debt equity ratio based on this loan?
Yeah, the debt equity as of now it is 0.5. So 0.46 is the debt equity, and we have a standalone. We have given guidance that it should be remain around 0.5.
Okay, right. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ayush Mittal from Mittal Analytics. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. My questions have been answered. Congratulations to the entire team for a great performance till now. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Anurag Patil from Roha Asset Managers. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, in the agrochemical sector, how is the current demand situation, particularly in the export markets?
Anuragji, currently in the export market, what has happened, as I mentioned, there's a lot of negativity about in the global market with the media talking about recession and inflation and everything. So cautiously, every customer will make sure that they don't end up with a high inventory. At the same time, the raw material prices are also going down, so they understand the sales price will also keep on going down slowly. So people which they used to buy in a volume, they used to do the contract. Now in this current situation, it is not happening. They buy judiciously as per the requirement. But we consider this as a very, very positive thing, because what happens that normally at the customer level you don't see the heavy inventory building up. So there will be continuous small demand will keep on happening. At the same time, what is happening that the whole world, every country is making sure that the food security is the most important thing. And every country wants their farmers, their people to grow more and more crops, cereals, vegetables, grains and everything. And to have a better yield, you need to have a better fertilizer, better agrochemicals. So the consumption is going to be there, but at the same time, it will not be. It will happen judicially, slowly, gradually, as per the need. So, which is a positive thing.
Okay. And sir, on the domestic side, how is the season progressing?
Yeah, domestic Anurag, as you know, the monsoon has been picking up very well. In certain markets, there has been good amount of rain. There are some patches where the rain is big impacted certain part of UP and Bihar. But otherwise, overall rain is good, and there has been a positive remark in the market, and we see that the demand has started picking up in the domestic market as well.
Okay, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Amit Vora from Dr. Amit Vora's Homeopathic Clinic. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, Ankit bhai. Good evening, Charles sir. My question is regarding top line. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, doctor.
Yeah. So, how much of this multi-purpose project will add to the top line this year and next year at full capacity?
This year, as you know, we are going to commission in the Q3, so we'll not have a full year of operation. And typically, there will be some teething trouble as expected in the initial period. But we believe in the next year, where there will be a full year of operation, we should be able to utilize the plant to the tune of about 60% in the first year.
And what would be that to add? How much that will add to the top line?
With the 60%,
in terms of sales?
Yeah. With the 60%, it should add about nearly 300 crore to 350 crore of top line.
From multi-purpose project?
Yeah.
In FY24, but nothing in FY23 possible?
FY23, yes, definitely there will be some revenue, no doubt about it, but not significant.
Okay. And from titanium dioxide in FY23 and FY24?
Again, in the FY23, we are going to commission the plant in the end of Q3, beginning of Q4. So again, there will be a very few days left in the financial year. So typically, we'll have a full year of operation in FY24, where we expect to generate the revenue of nearly 250 to 300 crore.
Okay. So 250, 300 crore titanium oxide for next year, 24.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of A.M. Lodha from Sanmati Consultants. Please go ahead.
Ankit bhai.
Yes, sir.
There is one follow-up question. Can you tell me the total receivable at the end of the quarter from the outside India?
The receivable from the exports market?
Yes.
I am sorry, sir, I don't have the figure immediately.
Okay, I will take the offline. Sir, can you tell me approximately what was the dollar rupee rate on the 30th June?
30th June, the rate was 79.
Around 79.
70?
79.
Okay. Okay, that receivable figure I will take from sales, sir. No worry. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Amar More from Alf Accurate Advisors Private Limited. Please go ahead.
So thanks a lot for the opportunity again. Just one clarification. As you said that the titanium dioxide plant will commission by the end of, let's say, starting of Q4 or end of Q3. So total capex would be like now 450 crores for which we paid for acquiring Kilburn, and plus the 325 crore capex which we are doing, 350 crore capex which we are doing for phase 1, right?
No. Total is 600. Phase 1 is 275, which includes 132 crore upfront payment
of acquisition cost.
Achha, total is 600 crore. So basically phase 1 include that 125 crore which we had paid for acquiring, right?
Crore included in that.
Yeah. Okay. And secondly, as you indicated that 350 crores to 300 crores expected for titanium dioxide in 24, at what utilization, sir, we are expecting this?
So, see, over there, Aman bhai, we'll have a half capacity in the phase 1, 16,500 tons.
Correct.
we believe that if we run at about 80% capacity, then we should be able to generate this revenue.
Okay. Okay. So we are broadly confident, on that number.
Correct. At the same time, what will happen that in the phase 2 expansion which is happening, we'll also have the fourth quarter for the phase 2.
Okay.
Which is commissioned in the Q3 of FY24. So, which will give us 1 quarter from the additional capacity.
Okay. And broad realization for titanium dioxide would be, sir, what, 300 rupees? Mota moti?
No, about 250 rupees.
About 250 rupees.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Gaurav Shah from Harshad Gandhi Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, Bhai and the team. Thanks for giving me the opportunity and congratulations on a good set of numbers. So, Ankita, my question is on the inventory gains. So, have you booked any inventory gains in this quarter?
Inventory gain?
Yeah.
No. No inventory gain.
Because in the P&L, if you talk about the consolidated P&L, there is some amount called 45.6 crore on the change in inventory valuation that way.
I mean, that is the change in inventory means opening, closing, and whatever is remain into the in progress.
Okay. Nothing on the inventory gain sort of stuff.
No. We are not in the petrochemicals. So there is no gain as such.
Okay. Thanks for confirmation.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ayush Agarwal from Mittal Analytics. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity once again. I just have one question. In the annual report this time, the company had nicely mentioned the volume data. So when we look from years FY16 to FY20, our volume was in the range of 16 to 18,000 in agrochemical. And then FY21 and 22, it shot up. One reason could be 2,4-D. But I don't think 2,4-D maybe contributed, whole of it. So what could be the other reasons of, one, volume staying stagnant for those 4 years, and then maybe huge growth coming in for the company for the next 2 years?
So, Ayush, as you know that, in the last year we expanded, we commissioned 2 plants. One was a formulation plant, at the same time the 2,4-D plant. So these 2 were the main factors from the capacity expansion point of view.
All products we have expanded.
And some other products also we have done small debottlenecks. So over there also there has been increase in the capacity.
Integration also
All right. And what was the reason that, volumes were stagnant for 4 years between FY16 to FY20? Any particular reason?
See, FY16 to FY20, we did not do any big capex for the capacity expansion point of view. We were in the transition phase where the things were moving and regulatory approvals we were getting for various markets. So everything we were getting stabilization. And once everything becomes stable from all perspective point of view, then we started doing a lot of other capex.
Understood. All right. Thank you so much for your answer.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dipesh from Manya Finance. Please go ahead.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Couple of questions from my side. Firstly, with the prices of raw materials and our product prices also coming down, will we be still able to maintain the margins of 20 to 25% in agrochemicals and in pigments?
So as I mentioned earlier also, typically industry average for the agrochemical sector is about 16 to 18%, and for the pigment is in the range of about 13-14%. Though we have been above the industry average for the agrochemical industry, and we always try to do better, there is no doubt about it, but there is a lot of challenges are coming in current situation of the global market point of view. So there is no surety whether we'll be able to maintain the same kind of profitability or not, but definitely we are very optimistic to be above the industry average.
And one more thing is that there is no wild fluctuation on any of the prices, right, of the raw materials or product prices. So that we are able to at least gauge that how much sales or margins we can make.
As of now, there is not much very high variation, but in future you never know.
Okay. And we are in our roadmap, we have mentioned about 1,000 crores for pigments and 2,000 crores of agro. It looks visible. I think you'll do it by FY23 the way you're going. So do you want to revise your roadmap? And also, what will be the roadmap by FY24 for titanium dioxide? I heard you said about 250 crores, but in your investor presentation, it mentions about 1,000 crores. That is 350 plus 750, about 1,100 crores by FY24. So could you throw more light on it?
Pigment. No. Pigment 1,000 crore and 2,000 crore was mentioned for agro.
Agrochemicals. Yeah, that I think you will be able to do it in FY23. So do you want to revise it? I mean, do you want to increase?
So yes, yeah, definitely. So we somehow I think we'll be able to achieve it before our target of FY24. So definitely we are working on the new target for the 3 years plan. And once everything is finalized internally, we'll be announcing and putting in the public forum for the investor point of view.
And for 24, would you still maintain that about 250 crores of sales you'll do for titanium dioxide?
Phase 1 because FY24 will be the first phase of the operation, and FY25 will have first phase and the second phase both put together. So and this is going to be the first of its kind for us, where we'll be this is a new product for us. Technology is going to be new. So we are keeping it a little bit cautious. So if everything goes smooth, the numbers can improve.
Okay. No, I think in the investor presentation it mentioned that FY23 Q3 will be getting the first phase and FY24 Q3 will be getting the second phase. So I just got confused with that.
In the FY23, what will happen? The plant will be commissioning by the end of Q3, beginning of Q4 of FY23. So we'll not have a full year of operation, even for the first phase. We'll have a full year of operation in the FY24. For the first phase, I would say 16,500 tons.
Okay. So by FY25, we'll be able to get that kind of sales number.
Correct. And another 16,500 tons, which is the second phase, will be commissioned in the Q3 of FY24. So with both the capacities put together, it will be 33,000 tons. For that, we'll have a full year of operation in FY25.
Okay. Okay. And just the last question from my side is, what is the impact of this rupee depreciation on our realizations, first of all, and also the foreign debt which you have taken? Are we adequately hedged? And what will be the impact if the rupee goes from, let's say, 80 to 82? Since maximum of our realizations come from exports.
Yeah, in response to the earlier question, as we mentioned, around 33 crore is the foreign currency gain in the receivable side, and 7 crore is the MTM loss on the foreign currency borrowing.
Okay. So we don't see any great impact. I mean, if there is depreciation, it will be better for the company only, right?
Yeah, because the exports are higher. And but keeping this short-term loan and long-term loan in foreign currency, and plus the imports, so we are almost 55 to 60% hedged. As a natural hedge we have.
Natural hedge. So we are not hedging the currency. Our hedging policy doesn't mention that hedging for the.
Because it is the increasing trend. So.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I think that's. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Akshay Kotari from Envision Capital. Please go ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, I wanted to understand whether this titanium dioxide which we are planning, the raw materials, are we going to import it or are we going to procure it indigenously?
We are going to import it.
Both ilmenite ore and sulfuric acid, both?
ilmenite ore will be importing. Sulfuric acid is abundantly available in the industrial area in the Dahej, so where we are located. So we'll have both the options. We can, if the dynamics are there from the import point of view, we can have an import parcel also. Otherwise, sulfuric acid is abundantly available in the local market.
Okay. And this ilmenite ore, from which countries we would be importing?
There are various countries.
Okay. And currently around 80% of the demand is fulfilled by import. So, which country is the main where we import it, where the Indian market is importing it from?
You mean to titanium dioxide or ilmenite?
Titanium dioxide, the product.
So titanium dioxide is again coming from various markets, China, Europe, various markets. So it's not just coming from one market.
Okay. And lastly, there are two grades. So both of them, is there some premiumization on one of the grades, and which grades are we going to produce?
Yeah. So there are two grades, anatase and rutile. So apart from the realization, better realization point of view, the application-wise, the rutile grade is much bigger in application compared to anatase grade. So the volume is much bigger in rutile grade compared to anatase. So ultimately, we'll be going for the rutile grade only. So we'll start with the anatase grade, and then we'll go for the rutile grade.
Okay, that's great. And just to understand, because I'm little bit new to this industry, so in the paints and coatings, what percentage of their total cost would be titanium dioxide used, or as a percentage of RMC?
Akshay bhai, that would be the trade secret the paint industry won't be sharing with us. So
Okay, no problem. Thanks a lot and all the best.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Dikshit Doshi from Whitestone Financial Advisors Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Just one question. What is the current debt after availing this 150 crore? And let's say once both the capex are over, the multi-purpose plant and even the titanium dioxide, what would be our total debt?
Dikshit bhai, our long-term debt is 410 crore gross debt, and out of which 150 crore which is lying in cash in hand. So far we are not drawn. So net debt is 260 crore long-term debt, and we have got sanctioned of 275 crore long-term debt in Kilburn Chemicals, where we are expecting by the year end we should be utilizing around 100 to 125 crore. And debt equity should be less than 5, but consolidated with 0.5.
Okay, and how much would be the short-term debt?
Short-term debt we have around 300 crore of sanctioned. Yeah. That is the working capital.
Okay, and blended all debt put together, what would be our cost of debt?
Our borrowing cost is in the range of 2 to 2.5%.
Okay, fine. That's it from my side. Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Hemant from Rajeshwar Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. So, looking at the current scenario and the demand softening, can we expect like similar momentum for this quarter, maybe a quarter going forward?
Hemantji, it is going to be very difficult to, in this market condition, very difficult to predict it. But the days are challenging for the first, second, and third quarter for sure. And we are working very closely, looking at the market condition, so that we make sure that we maintain the good amount of growth and profitability. But definitely, it is not going to be very, very good.
Okay, but can it not be offset with the new capacity additions, like the drop in the revenues which would come by the price erosion? So
definitely, yeah. So that's what we That is what our technical.
And at the same time also the pigment division also improvising at the same time.
Definitely, yes. So with the new expansion and with the kind of the technical capability and the geographical spread what we have, we will make sure that, we maintain a good amount of growth.
Okay. Okay. And sir, secondly, I see the promoter holding is going down, like from like the holding as on September 2021 was 51, and it has come down to 49.29. But I don't see any notification in the exchanges. So could you just give us some clarity on that?
No, there is no change per se in the reduction. Only thing what has happened is we were listed in Singapore Stock Exchange. So that float of around 4.5% which has come into the Indian market, which is in the public domain. So earlier it was in the form of SDR, Singapore Depository Receipt. So these are not equity shares, so those are not counted in the total. So now in the total equity, those SDR which got converted into equity, that has come. So in the proportionately you can take it looks like there is a reduction, but there is no per se reduction in case of promoter shareholding.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay, sir. One more last question. Like our chairman had said that we are, targeting to achieve about 4,500 crores by FY25. Okay, and an EBITDA of 675 crores. So can you just give us some guidance like how you plan to achieve it? Because right now we are doing it about trailing 12 months 2,700 crores. So another like 1,900 crores, and also the price erosion which might happen from now onwards.
Remember, there are two things. As you know, we are doing a lot of capex. We are going to commission the multi-purpose plant in agrochemical division, which on full year of operation basis can generate revenue of about 600 to 700 crore. At the same time, we are doing the capex in the Kilburn for the titanium dioxide, which also on the full year of operation basis will generate about 700 crore. So only these two put together will generate nearly 1,400 crore plus revenue. So you can understand with this we'll be reaching almost 4,000 crore plus. And with the existing plant, by doing small debottlenecks and some other capex, we'll be growing to 4,500 crore.
Okay, sir. Thanks for answering my queries. Thank you. That's it from my side.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Amar Mori from Alpha Accurate Advisors Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Sir, in this multi-purpose plant and in this titanium dioxide plant, how many employees we need to add more? Both?
For the titanium dioxide plant to run at the full capacity, we need about 225 to 250 people. As of now, we have already got about 55 people on board with us for the titanium dioxide. Balance will be adding as per the need and as we'll be going for the operation. Same way for the multi-purpose plant of the agrochemical division, we will need about 325 people. Out of 325 people, we already have about 80 people on board, 75 people on board.
Okay. So approximately around about 600 people would be added, let's say in 24.
Yes, you can say that.
And this would start by Q1, right? Q1, Q2, because you will be running at, let's say, legitimate utilization by that time.
Yeah.
Okay. And average cost of employee would be what, around 10-11 lakh rupees?
No, not that much. It will be lower than that.
So around what, half of that?
You can say about 6 lakhs.
Okay. Perfect. Got that.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Aman Vij from Astute Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity again. Sir, on multi-purpose plant first, for FY24, will we be running at full capacity?
No. We won't be running at the full capacity in FY24. We'll be running at about 60% capacity.
So around 350 crores, we think we can get in FY24.
Correct.
And so when we talk about we'll be commercializing in Q3, but if you look at the products, we have already launched. many of them. LC acid also you've talked about, flubendamide also. So what is the actual launch that is going to happen?
See, typically, once we have a strategy internally, whenever we do any capex, we start in advance some seed marketing, because the moment you start the plant, if you start approaching the customer at that time, then you will be delayed. So we need to start creating some seed marketing before we start the plant, and that is what we have been doing. So otherwise it is very difficult with this kind of the specialized product to go for the plant utilization in the first year itself at about 60% plus. It is difficult.
Sure, sir. That makes sense. On the debt repayment plan, what is the debt repayment plan for FY23 and 24?
Annual term loan repayment is around 71 crore this year, and next year it should be another 20 crore will get added, so 90 crore.
So, sir, you had talked about free cash flows of 150 crore and 300 crore for next 1-2 years, respectively. Yes. So this is after this is the operation part you are talking about, or this is after we take into account this capex and debt repayment? So after you include, they exclude this debt repayment and all those things?
Yeah, debt repayment and all that.
Not operating cash, right? Operating cash will be much, much higher.
From the operating, definitely it will be higher.
We're talking net cash flow. We are talking net free cash flow.
Yes, sir, because the number was quite... yes, sir, the number was quite high. That is why I was just understanding the clarification. In spite of the capex we are doing, still we expect 150 crore of free cash flow this year. So that was the question.
As we mentioned, so once we are capitalizing, and you will be generating the revenue and cash flow from that project also. So as we did in 21, so new 2,4-D formulation, so this is adding revenue in the 22-23. And last year it added. So same way this year we will be commissioning these two new. Next year they will add cash flow. So sequentially it will be that. So new projects which will be for that term loan has been taken, so they will add to the cash flow.
For this year you have talked about 150 crore, right? Or is it for next year?
22-23, 150.
23. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Final question, sir, on the agrochem side. What was the mix of pyrethroid, 2,4-D and organophosphate for Q1?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
Sir, for agrochemical division, out of 560 crore sales we did, what was the mix of pyrethroid, 2,4-D and organophosphate, these three sub-segments?
These are the three all put together. So it covers all of them.
2,4-D is around 20 to 22%.
Okay, and pyrethroid will be like 60-65% like full year last year?
You can say that.
And organo will be around 10-12.
Yeah.
For Q1 also, the question was that.
Correct, yes.
And any segment which is growing faster than the other two segments in this?
In this quarter, it has not being changed, but probably in the next year, pyrethroid segment will increase.
Sure. That is it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bhavya Gandhi from Dalal & Broacha. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, I just wanted to know our backward level of integration for key products. So we go up to N minus what level for our key products?
Bhavyaji, for majority of our products, we are fully backward integrated. So whenever we see there is a good volume products, we always go for the backward, like to have an N minus.
Okay. And sir, for bifenthrin product, I think we have China competition also. So once China starts rolling its products, do we face any competition issues?
Even China is there today itself. It's not like that they are not competitive. They are giving a so
they are facing supply constraints are there from China right now. So
No, in fact, there is no supply constraint from China. There has been COVID wave going on in China, but still their manufacturing plants are running. There is no issue as far as the supply of China is there. Maybe a few days here and there, otherwise no major issue. And so there is a competition from China, and we make sure that we are competitive and at par with China so that we can sell the product against China.
Okay, fair enough, sir. And for chlorpyrifos, which is the nearest substitute in pyrethroid?
See, it is not exactly substituting chlorpyrifos, I would say. But the new chemistries are coming and the old chemistries are being used as a combination. So the pyrethroids are relatively safe products. So, and they are always being used into combination with various other new chemistries. So, you cannot say that chlorpyrifos is being replaced completely by pyrethroid products.
No, so I just wanted to know which is the nearest product. Say, for instance, if that gets banned, which is the nearest product, even if it's not in pyrethroid, but in any other compound which can be, sort of replaced.
So normally, what happens, multinational companies, they have, that this product is going to be banned. So they always make sure that to replace that product, they have some products available in their basket, which are patented products. So there are few patented products which are available in the multinational product basket, and they market in such a way and show that it is going to replace the chlorpyrifos.
So we do not see any, revenue impact or revenue growth with banning of organophosphates or, newer, older chemistry getting, wane off.
There will be not direct impact, but indirect impact will be there.
What sort of indirect impact?
How can I explain? These are highly technical things, so it would be difficult for me to explain you over the phone because depending on the insect and the kind of the mode of action each individual product is having. So I'm sorry, Bhaveji, I won't be able to explain you because
fair enough.
Technical.
Fair enough. And so, we have zero liquid discharge for all our plants, or how is it?
No, we don't have any zero liquid discharge plant. Discharge is a myth, but people say we are going to have a zero liquid discharge, but it is not a cost viable option. And by doing zero liquid discharge, you are converting effluent from one term to other term. Basically, for zero liquid discharge, you need to have an incinerator, you need to have a multi-effect evaporator. So you convert your water effluent into air pollution. So one way to other way, you are doing the pollution. So scientifically, there has been a lot of representation done at the environment, at the Ministry of Environment, and all our plants has got liquid discharge. We don't go for any zero liquid discharge.
Fair enough, sir. And broadly, I was just searching on Google. It showed that pyrethroid total global market is only 26,000 odd crores in Indian rupees. So I see a lot of other players also, coming up with lambda-cyhalothrin, bifenthrin. So where is the demand actually coming from? So that, I know it's a repeat question, but if you could just throw some light, because it's a small market and where is this demand coming from? And if everybody is, sort of rushing in for these products.
So what happens, typically when there are some other players which are entering into this product, they see that, in India, it's typically a trend. If some company is doing good, then people try to copy it. And that creates a problem. With that, these companies who are thinking of entering into lambda, bifenthrin, they are not going to be the backward integrated. They are going to buy the raw material from China. And in our case, we are differentiating compared to them, differentiating ourselves. We are going to be the backward integrated. At the same time, we make sure that we don't buy a single raw material for those products from China. So that is the kind of the backward integration we are going to do it. So that will differentiate ourselves from the other players.
So one last question to that. There are other companies also in India who are fully backward integrated when it comes to pyrethroids. So how do we compete when it comes to selling products against those companies' products?
So in pyrethroid, companies are backward integrated, no doubt about it. But which product? They are backward integrated for cypermethrin, permethrin, and alpha cypermethrin. They are not backward integrated for bifenthrin and lambda cyhalothrin is also pyrethroid. But they don't have any intermediate for bifenthrin and lambda which is being manufactured by them. In fact, we are the only company who has started LC acid, lambda cyhalothric acid in India.
Okay, fair enough, sir. And do we have any commodity impact? Say, for example, going forward, so can we keep our margins constant even if the prices, our realizations drop? So is there any sort of methodology to keep our margins intact?
It is challenging, no doubt about it. But we are technical people and we make sure that with our expertise, we try to always have a better margins compared to industry. That is what our internal target is. But sometimes, the market conditions doesn't work in that manner. So rather than comparing on quarter-to-quarter basis, we always look at it from the yearly basis. On annualized basis, we try to have a better margin compared to industry average.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our last question. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Aniket Patel, CEO, to make his closing comments.
Thank you everyone for your valuable time in joining the conference call, and we are very hopeful to drive the company's growth in coming days' time. Thank you very much once again for participating in call.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Meghmani Organics Limited, that concludes this conference call. We thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.